with the Minnesota Vikings. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
They go play action with Jackson. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
So many times we see teams go on the road and want to lean on their running game, but this crew just announced they're going to try and air it out and make hay downfield.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Play action. Now Jackson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. Got an open man finding Jefferson. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Well, that's one way to convert on 3rd down, picking up 26 yards.
1st down, Minnesota.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Again, Jackson. Complete. Jefferson the target. Touchdown, Vikings! Justin Jefferson, his 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Vikings have taken a first-quarter lead. Well, that's how they envisioned it, get the football to start the game and score it.
And I don't know if that was scripted. Was it an audible? Or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Mayfield now looking to throw on 1st down. They'll go screen here to Hunt. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
Complete to Kareem.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Mayfield. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down. So nothing there on the screen that time.
No gain on the play.
That means all that great acting they tried on offense went for naught, didn't it? Because you have to try and influence them. Make them think that you're doing something else. Make them think that they can get to the passer by letting them by and then setting up the screen and getting downfield. Didn't happen at all. Give a lot of credit to the defense for not tumbling to that one.
And we've got movement. I think this is against the Bears here. Let's find out. Oh, moving from his tight end spot there.
Do you think that perhaps the play call was for him?
And And a manageable third down becomes a lot less manageable. 3rd and 7 after the false start. Now Mayfield. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
Mayfield on first down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Hey, alert 33. He's crossing. He's checking crack. Check 13. Check 13. Run. 58's the money. 58's the money. Silver.
Mayfield with it once more. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 42. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
10 at the 42-yard line.
Viking territory now. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Kings. Alert.
Going to the air again with Mayfield. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Baker Mayfield.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Kings.
So that'll back him up 5.
Hey, alert 33. Mike 7. We own them. Tammy's the money. Hey, they're scared.
Mayfield now from the 50. And he's going to go down again.
Baker Mayfield.
And Daniil Hunter, he's the one who gets in there and brings him down to the ground.
On the play.
But nothing takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Mayfield to throw it. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Daniil Hunter, his 2nd sack of the night. The start of this game shaping up nicely on that visiting sideline.
Yeah, how about that? You get your points on the opening drive. Then you get a big sack there on 3rd down, and you make the home crowd go.
There's a hush indeed. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10.
38-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And that is incomplete. Justin Jefferson, the rookie, his intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. They go play action now. Jackson. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. A big play there for Minnesota. 53 yards.
Minnesota.
I don't think we'll ever get enough of watching one-handed catches, and when they pay off, they are spectacular. But how about the times they don't pay off and coaches go, 2 hands. 2 hands still works.
I know, but they go for them so often now that he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Justin Jefferson. His second TD of the game and 18th of the year. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8 ball.
You got to make sure you just hold in there. Survive the early storm, relax a little bit, and try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. A first down throw for Mayfield. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. 13-0 is the score after 1 on EA Sports. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. To throw, Mayfield. And he slings one that's incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Mayfield looks to throw. Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated.
And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown.
To Justin Jefferson.
Justin Jefferson on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
Want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing. Oh, now he's stripped. He lost the football.
That's good for a Chicago Bears. The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 39-yard line.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Seven's a Mike 7.
From the gun, Mayfield. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Yannick Ngakoue able to record his 5th sack of the season. Throwing on 2nd and long. Mayfield. It's complete to Hopkins.
Mayfield.
They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down. They're indeed going. It's Mayfield. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Komet. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Vikings, they have the foot. Ball now in excellent field position. Play action. It's Jackson. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Eric Reed. They've got a pretty comfortable lead right now, but maybe a little too careless with the football that time for the rookie.
I think the key word there is comfortable. And there's 2 schools of thought on it. With that type of a lead, maybe you can take a few more chances because you have a cushion. Others will tell you, don't eat up the cushion with careless play. He'll learn to ride that line as he moves on in his career.
Completes it to Miller. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6.
A 6-yard pickup.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. Throwing, Mayfield. Now they go screen. It's complete. He finds an opening past the 40, and he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. It's been a very one-sided game so far. They got to change what they're doing right now, don't they? You can't wait till the halftime speech to make an adjustment.
No, you can't, because if you're doing it right, you're adjusting from series to series, and they need a big adjustment here to try and put some points on the board.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Check 27. Alert, alert! Alert, alert! Stick down! Check, stick down!
Mayfield down. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. That is now 19-yard gains on back-to-back plays.
Another Bears first down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
6-yard line.
And again, it's Mayfield. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Another strong gain on the last two plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
Bears, first down. 1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
First down, Mayfield. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, second down.
Incomplete.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
So danger averted for the moment, but now here's a 3rd and long. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. 3rd and long for Mayfield. Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
1st and 10.
That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
Now a deep ball going to be caught here near midfield. 20, 10, touchdown, Vikings.
Complete.
Justin Jefferson on his way to a historic performance. 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
Yeah, you said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. It hasn't gone particularly well for them, that's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
On 2nd and 11 now. Mayfield. And incomplete on the deep ball.
What we've seen so far in this game, they are not going to allow a big shot over the top. You can have whatever you want underneath. They'll give you that, but they're not going to let you beat them deep.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Mayfield. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So you got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
first and 10. Mayfield. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And Mayfield again with the interception, his third. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10. Last year's rushing leader among rookies, this is Josh Jacobs. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays.
It's a gain of 10. And the Vikings first.
They go play action with Jackson. That's going to be caught. It's so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. The good pickup there, 26 yards. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on first and goal. Here's Jacobs. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota.
Touchdown.
Josh Jacobs as the first half is winding down. And the Vikings offense continues to pour it on.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first two quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there, unable to do so. That makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
I don't want to seem absurd, but that boy's a gangster. Focusing on me, we're from Tel Aviv.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. Flush to his right. Incomplete. And we're down to 8 seconds now. The Pro Bowler Odell Beckham, the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down.
Second down and 10.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a second and 10. Now Mayfield. They'll go screen here to Hunt. And oh, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it is going to be 15 yards.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. First and 10. final play of the half, Mayfield. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. And the first half, just like the end of the game, can't end with a defensive penalty. They'll have another play.
One more play, untimed. See what happens here.
A 40-yard attempt.
And this one is going to just tuck into the bottom left corner as he gets it to go. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve.
10 at the 47-yard line.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 47. Here's Mayfield. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11.
Or maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game, because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long. But a nice throw there for a good gain and a first down.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Well, coming into this one, we expected that this offense would have trouble with this defense, and that's exactly the way that this game has gone. Pressure in his face. Coverage downfield has been tight. That led to another incompletion. This defense, they're exactly who we thought they were coming into this one.
It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. I don't know how well our microphones are picking it up for those of you at home, but Charles, you and I can hear it. A lot of groans right now coming from this crowd.
I don't know if we're picking up what's happening in the stadium or from the people who are supporting this team at home, because it's coming through loud and clear to you and me. This offense, they've been stuck in neutral much of the game. And on that last play, they actually went in reverse. I think this crowd would have liked neutral, don't you?
Yeah, neutral would have strongly been preferred. They'll take anything positive at this point. And that is incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Arians with a play clock running low is going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on fourth.
Mike 7, Mike 7. Good. Watch the twist, watch the twist. 7's a Mike, Mike 7. Let's go. Regular. Mike 7. I smell fear. Run. I smell fear in that offense.
Going to the air again with Mayfield. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. Defensively, a bit of a collapse, allowing the fourth down play to result in 23 yards. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
We got 4. Mike 7.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Mayfield. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Kareem Hunt, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bears get a bit closer. There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
Hey, you're so right, because you really need the rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get to the passer. Then you've got to get the ball thrown perfectly, whether it's to the running back, the wide receiver, whoever the screen guy is. And, of course, the blocking has to form in front to get him downfield for the touchdown.
And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. So really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Good starting field position for the Vikings as they have it 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Jackson from the shotgun. Forced out to his left. And that is incomplete here.
Jackson.
Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. From the gun, it's Jackson. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll indeed go for it with Jackson. And this is going to be incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Bears are going to get the football back, and they're going to get it in great field position.
Is a turnover on downs.
Mayfield on 1st down. Incomplete.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Run. Mike 7.
On second down, Mayfield again. He's going to dump this off to his running back, Hunt. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And they are going to bring this one back. It's a fumble return, a scoop and score for the Vikings.
Minnesota.
Even the great ones, some of the best, they're not immune to the fumble, and here it really hurts them.
If the ball gets away from any runner's body, that's when the defense pokes at it, swipes at it, swats at it, and finds a way to create a big play for themselves.
A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good, and that will extend this big lead. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them. The coaches from all the way up here, they were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
He was trying to find Anthony Miller there. A first down throw for Mayfield. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it second and a foot or so.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Options galore here, second and a few inches.
I'm coming for you, 27. I'm coming for you. I'm coming for you. I got you.
To throw, Mayfield. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Kmet. And he gets it down to the 32. 2 yards, good enough for a first. From the 32 now, here's first and 10.
32-yard line.
From the gun, Mayfield. And he completes it to Hunt. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
4-yard line.
Mayfield with it once more. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, second and goal. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off inside the 5. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. The 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Minnesota.
So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. Bailey now for the extra point. And can you believe it? He misses another one, his 3rd so far. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
He's coming. Double up, double up.
They'll try to counter here. Cohen, he'll get 3 up to midfield.
Cohen, the ball carrier. Anthony Barr brought him down. A 3-yard pickup.
1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Mike 7. Mike 7.
And now here is another interception. He's picked off at his own 47. And he's going to score. It's a Viking touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them into the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And just looking ahead, it would appear that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one. They'll probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish. They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
It's a pickup.
One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Four yards remain for 2nd down.
Screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen. 7's a Mike. Mike 7. It's our field.
Mayfield looks to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. The start for them near flawless. Defense gets them a 3 and out. 2 quick pass connections on offense.
So that's how a team works together. Just what you described. Get them the ball, give them a little momentum, and they're capitalizing off of that. Thanks a lot, guys.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Hey, alert 33. 7's a Mike. Go, go, go.
Mayfield down. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Trayvon Mullen. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Minnesota.
Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick 6 makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or 2.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
So jumping from his free safety spot.
That tells you how aggressive they are on defense, doesn't it? They get everyone involved. He was a little too fast on that play.
Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Vikings 59, Bears 9.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. They'll start with Hunt on the ground. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
Kareem Hunt, the ball.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles amongst the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll be a loss of 7 on the play. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
180. Come up the ball. Run. Pistol. 7. Mike 7. Yo.
Mayfield to throw it. And the catch made by Hopkins. And all the way down to the 36-yard line. A huge play there for Chicago. And even 40 yards.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Throwing, Mayfield. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. So they had the big loss on that 1st down pass play and facing a 2nd and long.
Switch. Kings. Point it right.
And again, it's Mayfield. And his throw's going to be incomplete. DeAndre Hopkins, the Pro Bowler, the intended receiver. And now it's 3rd down.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
The Bears on 3rd down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 14.
Mike 7. Tackles.
They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 17. And a terrific return as he'll take it up past the 35. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And guys, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big...
That's caught inside the 20. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Dan Bailey.
He has really settled in throwing the football, and that touchdown here in the 4th quarter gives him a pretty comfortable cushion.
He may be a rookie, but he's playing like 4th quarter, and the QBing is easy. How about this guy? Youngster, not worried about anything, just cutting it loose and having fun.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. Mayfield gives this one to Hunt. And I think we've got a hold here. It's a 5-yard pickup for the moment. Let's see what our referee says. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Mayfield. They'll find Miller. That's complete. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down.
To Anthony Miller.
They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Now back to throw. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 33 yards that time.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
They'll run with Hunt. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Hey, watch the slant. Kill.
Back to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. A good pickup there on 1st as the screen pass gets him 8.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2.
Alert!
Going to run the sweep here. This is Hopkins. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 7 yards there and a 1st down. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Mayfield. That one is caught by Hunt. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. The Bears on the move. They've got another 1st down. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now, because now these plays are...
And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it. And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
So up comes Mayfield as his guys will go for 2. And my goodness, another interception. Picked by Trayvon Mullen. He's at the 50, the 30, past the 20. And he takes it all the way back. It's a pick 2, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way.
Bears 15.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. Now K.J. Osborne. And he's going to be out of bounds on the return way back at the 11.
On the return. The Vikings take over 1st and 10.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When you go to the backup, let him get some time. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Akeem Hicks at 6'5", 332 finds his way home for the sack. So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field. 2nd and 16. And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. They're going for Jefferson downfield. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Played by Logan Ryan.
They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. From the gun, Jackson. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end. But now this game is over.
67.
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Minnesota, it's an important win for their postseason hopes as they at least get back to 4-5. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Dallas Cowboys. Meanwhile, for Chicago, add another loss to the pile as they drop to 2-8 now on the year. And they'll get a late bye next week, which might be coming at the right time. And they'll be back in action in Week 12. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.